Hey, hi, I'm Ganesh. Welcome to the next video on the polyphase AC circuits. In this video, we are going to see the three-phase load connection. This is the outline of my today's session. First are the learning outcomes, then introduction, how the single phase loads are connected, then how the three phase loads are connected in that star connected load connection diagram, its phasor diagram, delta connected load, its connection diagram, and then its phasor diagram. Okay, so and then last one, the balanced and unbalanced load condition, and at the end we will see the summary of this. So let's begin. What is the learning outcome of this session? See, at the end of this session, learner will be able to connect the three-phase load in different fashion. So what are the different fashions or connections? Then differentiate between star connected and delta connected load. Recognize the star connected and delta connected load, and also recognize the balanced and unbalanced load. What are the types of electrical load? According to the physical parameters. So what are the physical parameters in a circuit? In the physical parameter, the circuits will be R. Physical parameters of the circuit is R, that is the resistance. Physical parameter may be inductance, or physical parameter may be capacitance. It may happen that there is a combination of this, only a resistive load will be there, RL load will be there, and RC load will be there. There is a possibility of the RLC load also. But in RLC load, if your XL inductive reactance is greater than your XC, then obviously the nature of the load is more to RL. The C component will be X component will be get cancelled with the XL. Suppose your XC is greater than XL, suppose XC is greater than XL, then your circuit nature will be turned to RC. And suppose this XL and XC, these two parts are equal, then the nature of the circuit will be pure resistive. So there are three possibilities only in the load, that is R load, RL load, and RC load. According to the supply, so we are having the two types of supply. One is called as the single phase supply in AC supply, and three phase supply. So according to supply, the loads are single phase load and three phase load. In the single phase load, we already studied in the single phase AC circuit. Now let's see what is a single phase load first. The first is R load, that is a resistive load. In case of resistive load, suppose this is a resistance, current flowing through this resistance is in phase with the voltage across it. That means, suppose this is the voltage phasor, then the current phasor will be in phase with this. Phasor will be in phase with this. So it indicates that there is no phase angle difference, means this load is a resistive type. The next type of the load is RL type. In the RL type of load, in RL type of the load, we have a combination of resistance and inductance. When the combination of resistance and inductance is there, if this is the voltage phasor, the current phasor will lag to the voltage phasor by 5 degree. Current phasor will lag to the voltage phasor by 5 degree. That is, the current is lagging. If the phasor are rotating anti-clockwise direction, voltage is leading. That is, the current is lagging. So this angle is equal to angle between -90 to 0. If this I is lagging by -90, then the circuit will be pure inductive. If this phi is equal to 0 degree, then the circuit will be pure resistive. So obviously, when the phi lies between -90 to 0, its nature will be lagging. Next, we'll see what is RC load. In case of RC load, the resistance and a capacitance is connected in series. When this resistance and capacitance is connected in series, the current, suppose this is the voltage, the current is leads to the voltage. The current is lead to the voltage by 5 degree. Current is lead to the voltage by 5 degree. So by this way, we can we can see that the current is leading. So if this leading angle is exactly 90 degree, then this circuit will become a pure capacitive. If this is equal to 0, then the circuit will become R. So this angle phi will lies between 0 to 90 degrees. So minus 90 to 0, it will become RL load. When the phi lies between 0 to 90, it will become a RC load, and when it is equal to 0, it will become a R load. So these are the different types of the single phase load. Now, how these single phase loads are connected? How these single phase load are connected in the how these single phase load are connected to form a three phase circuit? Let's see. So to understand this, let me copy this diagram on the dashboard of open board. Okay, so dashboard of open board, and then we will understand. Okay, so if you look here, so time being, let us consider that this is not connected. Okay, this is not connected. I have a single phase load of RL type. Why I am considering the RL type? Because RL type is the most common type of the load. So RL type. So this RL type load is connected to the R phase. Okay, so I have a three phase supply. So RL type load is connected to the R phase. I have a second RL type load, it is connected to the Y phase, and third RL type of the load is connected to B phase. So what will be the voltage across this? Suppose this terminal is R1 terminal and this terminal is R2 terminal. Obviously this voltage is equal to VR1 R2, and the current which is flowing through this is, I can call this current as IR1 R2. Similarly, this current is this voltage is equal to VY1 Y2, and this voltage is equal, this current is equal to I1 to I2. Okay, similarly this voltage is equal to V B1 B2, and this current is equal to I B1 B2. Okay, but if these three terminals are connected together, now let us consider that these three terminals are connected together. Okay, these end terminals are connected together, then I will call this point as this point, which is the junction which is formed, I will call this as a point N. Then this R1 is connected to the R phase, and the second terminal R2 is connected to the neutral. I will replace this VR1 R2 by VRN. Replace this is by VRN, and the current IR1 R2, I will replace that IR1 R2 current is by, it is flowing from the R phase and it is going towards the neutral. So I will replace that term is by the IRN. Similarly, Y1 Y2 voltage will be replaced by YN, because it is connected to the Y phase and this is connected to neutral. So it is replaced by VYN. And then the current flowing through this is equal to IYN. Next, voltage across this is equal to B1 B2, means it is connected to the B phase. So it is VB, and this point is a neutral point, so it is a VBN, and the current which is flowing through this is equal to IBN. So these are the voltages and current flowing in this network. So if I redraw this diagram, so let us consider that I will redraw this diagram such that how these connections will look like. Okay, so I will redraw this diagram. Okay, so I will copy in this current page. So if you see here how these loads are connected, R1 R2 forming a R1 R2, similarly Y1 Y2 B1 B2. So R2 Y2 B2 are connected together. So look, this is looking like a star. Hence this type of connection is called as the star connection. Okay, so how to remember the star connection? There are two terminals for the each single phase load. This is a single phase load. So each single phase load is having start and end point, start and end point, start and end point. Suppose similar terminals are connected together. Okay, similar terminals. So what is the first word of star? S. So here the similar word is first S. When the similar terminals are connected together, it will form a star. Either R2 Y2 B2 is connected together, or R1 Y1 B1 is connected together, and R2 Y2 B2 may be connected towards the supply side. So this is about the star connection, how the star connection is formed. Next we will see, okay, so how these quantities will be marked here. Now I will specifically mark the dotted terminal over here to the bifurcate between the supply side and load side. So from this point onwards, this is the load side. The load side, see, this is the single phase load, single phase load, single phase load connected together with the different phases. Hence I will call whatever the quantity mentioned on the load side, these quantities are the phase quantities. So VRN, VYN, VBN is the voltage across the individual phase. Hence these are the phase voltages. So VRN, VYN and VBN are the phase voltages. Similarly, IRN, IYN and IBN are the phase currents. Looking towards the supply side voltages, supply side quantities are mentioned always as the line quantities. Means between 2 points of the supply R and Y, the voltage is VRY. Between the Y and B, the voltage is VYB. And between B and R, the voltage is equal to VBR. And the current carried by the R phase is IR, IY, IB. So look here carefully. Whatever the IR, it is IRN. Whatever the IY, it is IYN. Whatever the IB, it is IBN. So I can say what is phase line currents are equal to the phase current. But look to the voltage VRY. Suppose this is a VRY is the sum of VRN and VNY. So we cannot say that the line voltages are equal to the phase voltages in case of star connection, because VRY is the sum of VRN and VNY. If we apply the KVL in this loop, you will observe that VRY, okay, so what is this voltage VRY? VRY voltage is equal to VRN voltage plus VNY voltage. Okay, VNY voltage. So we can say that strongly the line side values of the voltages are not equal to phase side of the voltages. These are not equal to. Okay, so let us understand the phasor, how we can draw the phasor diagram for this. So what is the type of load we have considered here? The type of load which we have considered here, this type of load is RL. So can you tell me, okay, can you guess what is the phase relationship between VRN and IRN? Suppose this is my VRN phasor. So VRN phasor, and what is the IRN? The type of the load is RL. So obviously the current flowing through the RL load is lagging to the voltage by 5 degree. So this is my value of IRN. Okay, similarly we can develop the relationship between VYN, IYN, VBN and IBN. So the value of the phi will be same if the all loads are the same. Yeah, that is, it is a balanced load. The value of the RL is the same. Then this phi value is also going to remain same. What is another way to calculate the phi? So this phi can be calculated as whatever the resistance per phase. Okay, so cos phi is always equal to whatever the resistance per phase upon ZPH, or phi can be calculated as tan inverse of XPH upon RPH. So we have studied this in the first unit. So by this way we can calculate the value of phi. So here the load type is RL. So now let us draw the phasor diagram for this. How we can draw the phasor diagram? Okay, so here is the question for you. Okay, so try to answer this question. Pause this video for some duration and find out the correct statement about the star connected load. What is the first statement? Phase voltages are equal to line voltages. Phase currents are equal to line currents. So likewise, there are the 4 statements. So read these 4 statements carefully and answer the question. So pause the video for some while and guess the answer. Hope that you have guessed the answer. As I discussed in the previous slide, IRN is equal to IR, means phase quantities of the current is equal to line quantities of the current. Okay, so phase current are equal to the line current, but the phase voltages are not equal to line voltages. So which is the correct option? Phase voltages are not equal to the line voltages, and but the phase currents are equal to the line or supply side current. So this is my correct option. The option number 3 is correct in this case. So let us see the phasor diagram of this, how we can draw the phasor diagram. Okay, so I'm drawing the phasor diagram only for load side. So how I can write down the per phase voltage? The per phase voltage VRN, taking VRN as a reference, so it can be written as a mod of V at an angle of 0 degree. VYN phasor is mod of V at an angle of minus 120 degree. VBN is equal to mod of V at an angle of plus 120 degree. I am considering this is the balanced supply. Okay, so as this is a balanced supply, the magnitudes are equal. Okay, I'm considering this is a balanced supply, magnitudes are equal, and the phase angle displacement is exactly 120 degree. Then the per phase current is obviously the load type is RL, hence the IRN current lagging to the voltage by 5 degrees, since the angle is I at an angle of minus 5. IYN is lagging by the 5 degree, but the voltage angle is minus 120, hence it is minus 120 minus 5. VBN, so IBN is equal to I at an angle of 120 minus 5, because IBN lags to the VBN by 5 degree. So by this way we will draw the phasor diagram. So first we will concentrate on VRN phasor. Okay, so let us draw the VRN phasor. To draw this phasor diagram, so we will move towards one board and we will see the phasor diagram. So before seeing the phasor diagram, let me copy these equations from here, so that will be easy for understanding. So okay, so these are my voltages equations. So according to this voltages equation, I'm going to draw the diagram. So let first one is the VRN. So see, VRN is V at an angle of 0 degree, means it is a reference. So VRN is V at an angle of 0 degree. So this is the value of VRN. So VRN. Now what is the IRN phasor? IRN phasor is lagging to the V phasor by 5 degree, means this IRN phasor will lag to the voltage by 5 degree. This angle is equal to phi, and what is the magnitude of this voltage? Magnitude of this current? Magnitude of this current is equal to IRN. Now I want to draw the IYN phasor. So IYN phasor, VYN phasor. So VYN phasor, look to the VYN phasor. So if you observe this VYN phasor, VYN is lagging by 120 degree to the reference. So this is my reference. Phasor are rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So VYN lagging to this VRN phasor by 120 degree, but it is equal in magnitude but lagging by 120 degree. So this phase angle, okay, so this phase angle difference is equal to 120 degree. And this voltage is equal to which voltage? This voltage is equal to VYN voltage. VYN voltage. Now let us see what is about the IYN. IYN lags by 5 degree. So IYN lags to the VYN by 5 degree. So IYN phasor will be this, and this phase angle difference is equal to phi. This phase angle difference is equal to phi, and this is the phasor of IYN. This is the phasor of IYN. Similarly, VBN phasor, look to the VBN phasor. So you will observe that VBN is plus 120 degree, means VBN phasor will be plus 120 degree here, and current is lagging to this, means current is lagging to this, means lagging means opposite to this arrow. Suppose this is the VBN, then opposite to that arrow, phasor rotating arrow. So phasor are rotating in this direction, so lagging means in this direction, opposite to this arrow. So IBN will be lag to this. So this angle is equal to phi, and this is equal to Okay, so what is the value of this will be equal to IBN. So this is the phasor diagram which we have prepared for the star connected. This is the load side phasor diagram. I'm not saying it is the supply side, it is the load side phasor diagram. What is the supply side phasor diagram? That we will discuss in the next video. Okay, so this is the load side phasor diagram. Coming to back to the video, so this is VRN phasor. IRN is lagging by 5 degree, VYN is lagging to the VRN by 120 degree, VBN is also lagging to the VYN by 120, that is leading to the VRN by 120, and each phase current maintaining the lagging relationship. Lagging means opposite to the direction of rotation. So this is the direction of rotation. So IRN is lagging to this VRN, VYN is lagging to the IYN, and VBN is lagging. So how to understand the lagging and leading concept? Let us consider this is a point. Let phasor are rotating. Who is reaching first? VRN is reaching first. Then who is reaching here? VYN. After how much degree? 5 degree. Then VYN is reaching after 120 degree. Then IYN is reaching after 120 minus 5 degree. Minus 120 minus 5 degree. Then VBN is reaching at this point. Then IBN is reaching at this point. So by this way we can understand the lagging and leading concept. Here I have considered the RL type of the load. If the load type is RC, if this load type is RC, then obviously this angle is equal to plus phi. Angle is equal to plus phi. In that case, this current will be leading here. Okay, so this this IRN current, okay, so IRN current will be leading in case of RC load. IYN is also leading in case of RC load, and IBN is also leading in case of RC load. Okay, so RC load will leading, and if it is R load, obviously they are in phase. Obviously they are in phase. So you can try this phasor diagram at home for lagging, for leading type of the load and leading type of the load and the RC type of load. You try this phasor diagram. I have explained you the phasor diagram for RL type of the load. Now you draw the phasor diagram for RC type of and R type of the load at the home for the star connected load. Let us understand what is happening in the delta connected load, how this load is get connected in delta fashion. Okay, so delta fashion load. So let me take this diagram on the dashboard. So it will be easy for understanding then. Okay, so this is on the dashboard, so I will increase its size somewhat. Okay, now see here, if you observe here, R phase is connected to the first load, Y phase is connected to the second load, and V phase is connected to the third load. In the previous, this R2, Y2, B2 are shorted together from a neutral point. But now in this connection, what we are going to do, I am going to connect the end point of the first load to the start point of the second load. So R2 is the end point and Y1 is the start point of second load. End of the first load is connected to the start of first load. End of the second load is connected to the start of third load, and end of the third load is connected to the start of first. So it will form a single loop. If you observe, this is a single loop. That is, between R1 and R2, R2 is connected to Y1, Y2 is connected to B1, and B2 is connected to Y1. So, and from this point, it is R phase is taken, R supply is connected, from the Y phase supply is connected, this B phase supply is connected, and this is forming a single loop. Okay, so here load is connected one after other. Okay, so load type connection is series. This load are connected one after other to form a delta connection, and each point of delta is connected to the three-phase supply of the R phase. So let us consider that how we can mark the phase voltages and line voltages over here. Let me rub this all this. So it is now again I will divide this diagram into two parts. Okay, so let us consider that this is the load side and this is the supply side. So on the load side, there are always, as I discussed previously, it is the phase quantities. So see, this is the VR1. Okay, so what is this voltage actually? It is, this voltage is equal to VR1 R2. but R1 is connected to the R phase and R2, see, R2 is connected to Y phase. See, R1 is connected to R phase and R2 is connected to Y phase. Hence, voltage across this is equal to VRY, and the current which is flowing through this is from the R phase to Y phase. Hence, the current is equal to IRY. Similarly, here this voltage is equal to VY1 Y2, but Y1 is connected to the Y phase and Y2 is connected to the B phase. Hence this voltage is equal to VYB and current flowing through this is equal to IYB. Similarly, this voltage is equal to VB1 B2, VB1 B2. B1 is connected to B phase and B2 is connected to R phase. Hence the voltage across this is equal to VBR. Okay, and the current carried by this is equal to IBR. So these are the phase quantities. VRY, VYB, VB are the phase voltages. VIRY, IYB and IB are the phase currents. Come to the supply side will not change, it is remain same as it is star connected. VRY line to line voltage, VYB line to line voltage, VBR line to line voltage, and current in the each line is IR, IY, IB. Now see, critically observe this. Suppose this is a junction. Okay, let us consider that this is a junction. What you will observe the junction? This is the incoming current, this is outgoing current, and this current. Okay, so this current is flowing like this current is also a incoming. So there are two incoming currents and one outgoing current. So can you say this IR is equal to IRY? Obviously not, because what is happening, this is incoming and this is out incoming current. So IR plus I, what is this current? IBR. Okay, so this current is equal to what? IBR, because it is coming from the B phase and towards the R phase. So IR plus IBR, sum of incoming current is equal to outgoing current is equal to IRY. Outgoing current is equal to IRY. So I can say that IR is equal to IRY minus IBR. So IBR. So these two quantities are not same. So we can observe that IR is not equal to IRY, IY is not equal to IYB, and IB is also not equal to IBR. So these are the connections. So these are the phase quantities and line quantities. Now let us draw the phasor diagram on the phase quantities. Okay, so here again I have a question for you. Okay, I have previously asked the question on the star connection. Now it is on delta connection. Pause the video for some duration. Read the statements carefully and choose the correct option. Which is the correct about the delta connected load? Read the options now. Hope you have answered the correct one. So as I discussed here, the line currents are not equal to the phase current, but see the voltage VRY. The same voltage is appearing here, VRY. We can say that the line voltages are equal to the per phase voltages, but line currents are not equal to phase current. Line current are not equal to the IPH, that is the phase current. So what is this relationship? We are going to see in the next video. What is the exact mathematical relationship among these two, that we are going to discuss in the next lecture. But for the today's one, we will understand that VL is equal to VPH, but IL is not equal to IPH in case of delta connected load. Now let us, so which is the correct option from this? Phase voltages are equal to the line voltages, but phase currents are not equal to the line current. So this is the correct option. Now let us go in the let us see the next slide. So we will draw the phasor diagram for this. So what are the per phase voltages? The per phase voltages are VRY, VYB and VBR. So let VRY is V at an angle of 0. We are assuming this as a reference. So VRY is V at an angle of 0. So it is in phase with the reference and VRY. Obviously IRY phase current is lagging by 5 degree. So as it is RL load, so lagging by 5 degree as it is RL load. So this is on this side. Similarly VYB is having the minus 120 degree with this. So VYB is having the minus 120 degree with the reference. So VYB is lagging by 120 degree and its current is also lagging, it's by minus 5 degree. Okay, then VBR is leading by the 120 degree and the current is lagging its by 5 degree. So this is the VBR leading to the VRY by 120 degree and this is equal to 5 degree. Okay, so as we draw in the star connected, same is the phasor diagram here, but the nomenclature is changed. Here previously it is VRN, VYN, VBN, IRN, IYN, IBN. Now it is a VRY, VYB, VBR. VRY, VYB, IRY, IYB and IBR. So you can draw the phasor diagram. So here I am assuming the RL load. You can extend this phasor diagram for the resistive load and the RC type of the load. So that is your task. You draw the phasor diagram. So what will be the change? The voltage phasor will not be changed. The current phasor will be leading in case of RC and it is in phase with the respective phase voltages with the phi is equal to 0. So phi may be on this side for RC load and phi is equal to 0 for R type of the load. So this is about the three phase delta connected load. Now as we seen in the last video, balanced supply and unbalanced supply, now we will see what is a three phase balanced load and unbalanced load. When the load is said to be balanced, the load is said to be balanced if it satisfies the following two conditions. What are that two conditions? The first one, impedance in all phases are equal in magnitude. Okay, impedances on phases are equal in magnitude and angle. Both magnitude and angle of the all impedances must be same in all phases, and the magnitude of all current is same, but the phase angle difference between them is exactly 120 degree, then it is said to be balanced. So let us understand what is exactly this. So I will add a new page. So on the new page I will explain you. Let us consider that the R phase load is ZR. R phase load is ZR. So how this ZR can be represented? ZR can be represented as a resistance of R phase plus inductance of R phase. Okay, inductance of R phase, or I can say it is a mod of ZR at an angle of 5 degree, at an angle of 5 degree. Similarly, Y phase load is equal to RY plus JXY, that is its impedance value is equal to mod of ZY at an angle of phi. Okay, so I will say this is a phi r angle, I will say this is a phi y angle, and ZB load can be represented, B phase load can be represented as RB plus JXB, that is mod of ZB at an angle of phi b. When the load is said to be balanced, the load is said to be balanced if these all resistances are equal and all reactances are equal. Both should satisfy. That is, in this complex number, all real values must be equal and all imaginary values must be equal. Okay, imaginary values must be equal, or magnitude of all are equal, and the phase angle phi y is equal to phi b is equal to phi r. So these all phase angles are equal, then only we can say ZR is equal to ZY is equal to ZB, then all phases are the balanced, it is impedance equal to Z, hence it is called as a balanced load. Another way to check the balanced load, if the phase current carried by each, the phase current carried by each are equal in magnitude and the phase angle difference is equal to 120 degree among these all, then it is said to be balanced load. So by this way we can check what is the balanced and which is the unbalanced. But if any of this, that is if the current in all phases is different and phase angle difference is not exactly 120 degree, then the load is said to be unbalanced. If the impedances of each phase are not equal in magnitude and angle, that is real and imaginary values are not equal, then three phase load is said to be unbalanced load. Three phase load is said to be unbalanced load. Now this is the example for you. Let R, Y, B phases are delta connected load. ZR phase load, okay, so ZR phase load is 4 plus J3. ZY is equal to 5 at an angle of 36.86 and ZB is equal to 5 e raised to j 36.86. You have to recognize whether this load is balanced or unbalanced. Pause the video for some duration and answer this question. Hope you have answered this question correctly, whether the load is balanced and unbalanced. Let us check whether this load is balanced or unbalanced. What is the ZR load given? ZR load is given as 4 plus J3. Okay, if I convert this into magnitude and angle, so obviously the magnitude is equal to, okay, let me rub this. Okay, so what is about the magnitude? Magnitude obviously equal to root of 4 square plus 3 square, and angle is equal to tan inverse of 3 by 4. Tan inverse of 3 by 4, imaginary value upon real value. So what you will get here, obviously this is equal to 5, this is 3, so 16 plus 9, 25, root of the 25 is 5 at an angle of 36.86. See here, ZY load is also 5 at an angle of 36.86. Now it indicates that ZR is equal to ZY. Let us think about the ZB. ZB is 5 e raised to j 36.86. So ZB can be written as 5, okay, 5 in bracket cos of, according to the Euler's identity, cos of 36.86 minus plus j sine of 36.86. If we calculate this, you will get this value as 4 plus j3. You observe this is also 4 plus j3. Here ZY, ZR and ZB are equal. Then I can say this is the balanced load. See, but all values must be equal. Suppose ZR is equal to 4 plus j3 and ZY is equal to 5 at an angle of minus 36.86. Then obviously this will give you 4 minus j3. See, real part is equal, but imaginary part is not equal. It is a plus j3 means this is XL type of load, and this is a minus j3 means XC type of load. Hence this is unbalanced system if this is a minus, but here if we see all are coming same. Hence ZR is equal to ZY is equal to ZB. Suppose this is the minus angle, then this will be unbalanced load. So think critically while you are giving the answers of such questions. Okay, so it will enhance your critical thinking also. So you start doing the problem like this. Okay, so let's summarize for the today's session. If the similar terminal of the three phase subphase load are connected together, it forms a star connection. When similar terminals are connected together, okay, similar terminal, then it forms a star connection. If the terminals of three single phase load connected are of one after the other in form of a loop, then it will form a delta connected load. If the supply and load is balanced, each phase voltage is having the same magnitude and phase angle difference is exactly equal to 120 degree. If supply and load is balanced, each phase current is having the same magnitude and the phase angle difference is equal to 120 degree. The phase relationship between each phase voltages and each phase current is depending upon the type of load. For RL load, it is lagging. For RC load, it is leading. For R load, it is in phase. So this is Ganesh Jadhav. Thank you for listening this video. Okay, so in the next video we will going to derive the relationship between phase and line quantities in star connected load and delta connected load.